Hi everybody, today I'm on delivery service. I am going to be taking food to my son Jake at his work. And then his boss Jeff wanted some too. It's those potatoes that I made yesterday. The macaroni and cheese that I made yesterday that I made them too spicy. And I had to turn around and make them so that they weren't spicy so that Jeff could eat them. I added plain yogurt, sour cream, and whipped cream cheese, the easy to spread kind. I got a comment, and this is not the first comment, but come on, people. I'm cooking food for my family. I'm cooking food for my husband. I'm cooking food for my sons. It's not like I'm freaking cooking in a high-class restaurant or some bullshit like that. It's like I'm not going to get mad about it. I won't. But the thing is, come on now. When you're cooking at your house, fixing food at your house, and you taste something with the spoon, do you throw it in the sink every single time you taste something? I mean, if you do, that must mean you like freaking doing dishes. I don't like doing dishes. I'm not going to replace my spoon every time I fucking taste something. Sorry. I didn't mean to swear. But it's starting to get on my nerves a little bit here, people. It's like, come on. Oh. I'm not irritated, but this is not the first time somebody's made that. Now, I've never seen macaroni and cheese made with sour cream and yogurt and cream cheese. But ooh, you licked your fingers and you broke up the cheese on top. Come on, people. I'm not working in a freaking restaurant. How many times do I have to freaking say that? I know I'm going to get criticism. I know I always do, but come on. I've got to go out to the other side of the bridge, and the part that really upsets me is Jeff hasn't went and got the transponder for the car yet. So that means I got to go all the way the long way down to the Veterans Bridge to get over to Jake's side. And then I'm supposed to stop at his house. My sons smoke pot. It's not illegal here. It's not my choice, it's their choice. My son wants to try to get a job somewhere, and they do drug testing, so he quit. Which, kudos, you're quit. That's good. I've been saying that forever. But before he had quit, he had went and bought this, I want to say it's like a gummy, but it's in liquid form. You can, sorry for the bumps right here. Hold off. Just give me a second and I'll pull up on a different road, and then it'll be a little bit better. Big bumps, big bumps. This little Mini Cooper, hugs the road, so when it hits bumps like that, it's not used to it. But anyways, it's like something you could liquid form that you could add to orange juice, and it has THC in it. It helps in CBD, and it helps with you being able to take a shot of this at night before you go to bed, or even less than a shot. It's pot, liquid, whatever. He don't want it at his house because, like I said, he quit. He's trying to get a good job that he doesn't get drug tested, and a lot of places, even though it is very legal here in Michigan, there's a lot of places, if you smoke it, they have the right to say, I ain't hiring you because you smoke pot. I ain't hiring you because I don't like the way you look. You can't, there's a big difference between somebody that's getting a job that smokes pot and does illegal shit, but it's not illegal. And what you do at home on your own time is up to you. I don't personally do it, but I don't care. I do have gummies at my house because for a long time I had to have help to go to sleep because I was taking, when I first had my surgeries, I was taking Norco, which is a strong addictive medication, and I was on the 10s, which is the highest you can get, And I was taking them 3 or 4 times a day. Well, when my doctor finally said to me, you've been taking these for 7 years, you need to stop immediately. Like cold turkey. He was prepared to put me in the hospital to get me to stop cold turkey. I said, nope, I will stop. And I did. But I just kind of did it on my own. I didn't have to go in the hospital, and once I stopped, that was it. When I went and had surgery on my hand last year, they gave me Norco at the hospital, and I told them I didn't want it, and they said, well, the prescription's already filled, you might as well take it. And I'm like, all right, I'll take it, but I'm not taking them. And I didn't. And it was, I handled it with Tylenol. Well, sometimes I can get to where I actually do need something to help me, because I can't keep medicating with alcohol to be able to fall asleep at night. So I have gotten a gummy before, but see, I don't like the way pot makes me feel sometimes. I get like paranoid. I'm not gonna lie, when I was a kid, I smoked pot at school, in the bathroom, just like all the other punk ass kids did. Troublemakers. That was me. I don't know how to do that. My husband's got the thing. I don't know how to turn the windshield wiper on in the back, but I can see out my side mirror, so I'm okay. I got into trouble when I was young. I got pregnant, 16 years old, and when I got pregnant, I quit smoking pot. All my friends, everybody, they knew, don't give her nothing because she's pregnant. We don't want nothing. Back then, everybody was so afraid if you smoked pot and you were pregnant, you were going to have a kid with an arm growing out the side of their head. So, sorry for the bumps again, I'm on Patterson. So I quit smoking pot when I got pregnant, and I had a healthy baby when I was 16 years old. My parents were the type, your ass is going back to school, we'll take care of the baby during the day when you're at school. When you come home, your baby, you take care of them. And I agreed. I did it. So I went back to school, and I think I was back to school not even a week, and one of my friends says, hey, you're not pregnant no more, let's go smoke this joint in the bathroom. And you know me, at that time I was a follower. I wasn't a leader, I was a follower. And I went in the bathroom and I smoked that joint with her, and before we even left the bathroom, I was puking all over the place. Whatever it was, I was sicker than a dog. So I didn't do it again for quite a while. Then I tried it again. When I did it again, I got sick again. And then I was like, whatever happened from being pregnant and having a kid, I can't smoke pot no more, because when I do, I get sick. So I never did it again for years and years and years and years. Well, then I got older. Let's try it again. I didn't even I did little, like maybe 1 or 2 puffs. I got high, I got paranoid, but I didn't get sick. So I'm like, okay. Everybody around me practically smokes. I don't think it's that big of a deal. If you can handle it, if that's what your choice is, your prerogative, then by all means. Oh shit, I can't turn here. I gotta go the long way. I don't know why I'm thinking I'm going to go over the bridge. That's all I need is a $10 freaking charge on this little Mini Cooper for going over the wrong bridge. Anyways, I don't smoke pot no more, but I do occasionally, if I'm having a bad day or if we got bad storms coming, like it's raining right now. If I had bad storms or something, I do get achy in my back, my hips, and my knees. Lately, the new thing has been my feet. I don't know what it is. My feet, I've been getting sharp pains in my feet, and I have no clue. I don't have to do nothing. I could be just sitting in the chair, and all of a sudden my feet just start hurting like hell. Well, I guess that's something that happens when you get old. That's one of the reasons I got those neuropathy shoes, those barefoot shoes. By the way, if you haven't got a pair yet, you really need to. We're ordering a pair for my Uncle Tom, my Aunt Terry. So they're good shoes for neuropathy. They're like not wearing shoes at all. They're not hot. If you have tennis shoes on and you're walking around and doing this and doing that, shortly after a couple of hours, your feet are on fire. You're like, get these damn things off. These shoes are not like that. So, anyways, how did I get so far off freaking track? I was just, I'm going to be a delivery person today to deliver food, but I was kind of pissed off when I seen the message about me licking my fingers. Yeah, she licked her fingers, and then I poured the last bag of cheese on the thing, and then I used my fingers to break it up. Who freaking cares? My God. I'm making food at home for me. I'm not making freaking food. Oh, shit, there's a train down there. Let's see if we can beat it on Henry. I'm making food for my family, people. Please don't be judgy like that. I don't like that. That's being too judgy. Come on, people, move it or we're going to get stopped by the train that is crossing Wilder right now. Really? Here's the aggressive driver in me. But anyways, it irritates me because I've already addressed this when somebody said about me stirring something, licking the spoon, and then stirring it again. Like I said in that, when they left the comment, I said it to that one too. I'm cooking for my family. I'm not cooking for a restaurant. I have cooked for restaurants before. I know protocol. I know not cross-contamination. I know all that shit. All right? But I'm cooking for my husband and my kids. You don't taste food when you're cooking. You just cook and don't taste nothing. Because if you do taste something, are you throwing that utensil into the sink to be washed and getting a fresh one? No, I don't think so, unless you like doing fucking dishes, because I don't. Sorry. I did it again. Anyways, I'm on my way to O'Reilly's, and then I'm going to probably run to Jake's house, because I have a key to his house. I'll go get that stuff out of his house that he don't want there, because he says he has willpower, but you wouldn't be bugging Mom too much to come get that shit out of the house unless you didn't want that shit in the house because you didn't trust yourself. I'll take it home. I'll put it in the fridge. My husband, every so often, his story is, we used to drink every night, have a cocktail. He likes bourbon. I like brandy. We both like beer. He likes his kind of beer. I like my kind of beer. My kind of beer, he says, is like water, which, that's his prerogative, whatever. We were at the bar one night. My son Garth was on a pool league. I got it downshift. My son Garth was on a pool league, and we were drinking, and we got ready to go. Even the bartender who was working there said, "Let me give you guys a ride home." We didn't live very far from the house. We even went up to the bar with our golf cart before. But she's like, "Let me drive you home." And Jeff's like, no, I'm fine. But this is when we had the white Subaru. And he got in the car. I got in the car. He was going slow. There's a lot of deer out there by us, so we were definitely watching for deer. And we're driving down the road, and he's like, I'm fine, blah, blah, blah. We gets to the house. We hits the door, the garage door key. It opens up. And now, mind you, my garage, you do not have a lot of spare space in there, so you can only pull in so far. Well, in the front of the garage where the front of the car would go, when you pull in, we have a cabinet there that holds like things of paint. And we pulled into the garage, and he's inching his way forward, and I'm like, I lean up and I go, okay, you're far enough, you're good. He's like, no, just a little bit more, just a little. And then boom, he hits the damn little cabinet. He looks over at me like, oh, what happened? I'm like, so he puts it in reverse and he backs it up just a little bit. And then he got out, and then that night he's like, we're not doing that again. We're not going to go sit down at the bar and drink like that. Because he would have been fine if he would have just stayed drinking beer. But then he decided to switch over and have a bourbon. Then somebody said something about this new whiskey that they have out. It's flavored blackberry something, some kind of a whiskey. I don't want to say it was Crown Royal, but it was something that was different. So he had to have one of them. So that's, you can't mix shit like that. So then he gets there and he does this. So then he turns around and tells me, we're not going to do that no more. I'm like, okay, you're not going to do that no more. I ain't stopping me from having a beer if I want one. So he did. He quit. We went the entire holidays with him not drinking. And, holidays, you're with family and friends, and everybody's having, a eggnog or some shit like that. He didn't drink. He didn't drink nothing. He didn't drink nothing For I don't even know how many months he went without drinking. He would just, that's when he got really hot and heavy into the mushroom coffee, mushroom tea, the matcha. That's when he got hot and heavy into that, was when he was doing this. Oh, come on, don't slow down, people. Shit, I knew it. I'm getting stopped again. Oh, you're getting stopped right in the middle of the damn street. How's that working out for you, baby? Anyways, he started golf, and they always had a couple beers. What they do is they take 1 or 2 cans of beer and they like put it inside their golf club bag, and then they would buy 1 beer at the golf club. Like, he'd get a Two Hearted, and then he'd have Two Hearted. So he'd have that beer. When he would be done with it, he'd shoot that into the golf bag, and he'd pull out another one, so if anybody went by, he's still drinking the same beer. And that's how these guys got away with shit. And he started drinking beer again. Well, then we went to the bar for something, and instead of him getting a Coke like he normally would do, he's like, I'll have a beer. Okay. So now we got back to where he has a beer here and there at night when we're getting settled down, and he's watching his sports, whatever, in the living room, and I'm in my sitting room watching whatever I'm watching, and I'll hear him go into the kitchen, and he gets these little snifter glasses, like, and he puts like that much bourbon in it, and he'll sit and sip on it. He drinks it warm too. I don't know how he can do that. But anyways, that's the kind of, you can go, dude. If anybody know, I'm at the bridge here, the Vets Bridge, where you come off and you got that little jog right there. This guy is sitting here, and he's going to wait till the light turns green, and then he's going to pull out in front of me. I'll bet money on it. Light's green, dude. Now what? I'm not letting you go. What was I going? What was I talking about? Oh, anyways, he does sometimes. He's been having issues. He's at PT right now. He's at PT because he's been having issues with his neck. They thought he was going to have surgery. He had a major surgery on his neck. He had to have some bone removed. They had to put plastic in. He was messed up. They had so much in his throat area from the surgery, scar tissue, he couldn't swallow. He lost 20-something pounds in the first couple of weeks after he had his neck surgery. And he was scared that they were going to make him have surgery again. So he went to this doctor. The doctor says, let's try this first. Well, insurance companies, before they say, yep, you're going to go under the knife, we're going to do this, and this first and see if we can fix it. And before, it never did. But for some reason, he really thinks that he's like, when you're standing up straight with your back against the wall, your head should be real close to touching the wall. His was protruded forward. He had 5 inches from where his back touched the wall to where his neck was. So they said that is way too far, and that's why they started this PT, and he's been going, and he's actually saying it's doing good. It's working. It's making, every time they measure him, he's closer to back being straight up like he's supposed to. But he does have issues at night sometimes. He can't sleep. He can't lay right. He's tried different pillows. He's tried everything. He just, I don't blame him. But he has gotten into the gummies and had a gummy here or a gummy there, which I don't have a problem with that. I don't care, I don't care if people smoke pot. I'm not a judgy person. I've done it. I don't care. I'm not going to do it now because I get paranoid and shit. I have chewed on a gummy before, but I am on the other side of the bridge now, getting ready to head up to Center. I like having this thing that holds the phone now, because with a stick you have to have one hand on the shifter and one hand on the wheel, and you can't hold your phone and trying to shift and all that at the same time. So I'm glad I got that thing. But I just was irritated when I seen that message. And oh my God, in the last 24 hours, I have gained almost 200 new followers. You guys, I am so proud of that. I've gotten some real, I might get one or two nasty little messages, but I get so many good ones. So many people that, like, I did not know. Everybody's been watching me, and they hear Jeff. They know I have Jeff, but they never seen him. They couldn't put, it together unless they seen him. So yesterday when he came back with the Mini and the light was out, which, by the way, the light's still out, I went and was recording, but I didn't tell him I was recording because he always tells me, you can't record me, and blah, 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 you know how good. Anyways, I recorded him, and some people were really, hey, it's nice to be able to put a face to, yes, he is going to be 68 in August. Yes, he's been retired he actually was able to retire early, so it's been 5, 6, maybe 7 years now. I'm not positive. He was retired for 2 years before we moved from Bay City up to Gladwin. We were up in Gladwin for almost 2 years, and we've been back almost 2 years. So yeah, he's been retired a while now. So, he was smart when he was younger. He put money in 401k, he put money in other things, and slow down. So he has money put aside, which he's like, well, we can't do this and we can't do that. And it's like, Jeff, come on now. When we lived at the house on Bayshore, I was in an accident. That's how I ended up with the bad back. I got a settlement from the accident, and I had enough of that settlement to pay off the house we were living in. So once we had the house paid off, we got ready to, let's say, we wanted to start looking for something bigger because it was a little house. I mean, we loved the location where it was at, but it was just, we wanted something bigger, and then we wanted to get away. We wanted to get out of Bay City. So we found the house up north, and the way it worked out is we bought like the house up north, which was a nice big house. We bought it for like $240,000, and we sold the house we were in that was paid off for $279,900. So we had extra money, once we paid the house off that we moved into. We moved into it, made one house payment, and boom, paid it off. So then we went and took that extra money. We put a new roof on the house up north. We did a lot of landscaping up there. We had to get a new bladder for the well. We had to get a new sub pump. That's what I was going to try to say. So we put money into the house up there. We were on the verge of putting a lot more money into the house up there. We wanted to build the barn and then remodel the kitchen and the bathrooms. And somehow or another, they wouldn't let us have the barn. Then they found the house down here. So then we comes back, we sees the house that we're in now. We want it. So we turn around and took the $100,000 we were going to use to build the barn and put that on the house down here. And then we sold the house up there. And when we sold the house up there, we paid off the house down here. So our house is still paid off. We've only made one house payment, and then we pay it off. So he's got money. So I've been telling him, you need to do what you want, buy what you want, get what you want. Don't be doing this not knowing what you want to do kind of stuff. You want something, go get it. And then we ended up with a freaking RV that he's only spent the night in a couple times when he went up to the UP. I have never stayed the night in it. It's too freaking small for him, me, and the pups. So now guess what? It's for sale. Okay, I am here at O'Reilly's. I'm going to probably forget what we're talking about because, that's how I am. But I will go ahead and take the food into them because then I'm going to have to go to Jake. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. I feel better talking about getting pissed off because people make comments to me. There's people there, for the one or two nasty little digs, I get a whole shit ton of not nasty little digs that I love. I love the new people that are watching me. Everybody's starting to really get to know me, and I will start recording Jeff without him knowing it, just so people get a chance to say, hey, that's who that guy is. But I'm going to go ahead and run these food into these people, and I will come back a little bit later. Or I might even come back after I leave here and go to Jake's. Bye.